it's not scientific information that's being passed down, right? It's not just like information. That could also be a book, right? Or the Bible is historical information, but that doesn't mean it has any validity because we can't verify anything.
Well, just like science, it changes every year. They always change distances and size.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Deal.
That's the whole point. It's getting refined over time, so we get an increasingly better understanding of
better story. Get an increasingly better story to try to make it more believable.
We get an increasingly better story about how they've never tried to like manipulate weather, and then we're doing like little studies here and there to manipulate weather. Then you find out, we actually did manipulate weather like back in like the 50s and 60s and 70s.
Yeah, we call it cloud seeding.
Then you come to find out that there actually are spraying in the sky to quote unquote block the sun to save everybody from the. So yeah, we know the story constantly changes all the time.
Right? Geoengineering is not a secret, but it's a total red herring for the discussion of the scientific method, and
it's really your opinions on what is and what is not relevant to the conversation is not welcome here. Thank you.
No,
you can either address what's being said or you can go somewhere else. Thank you.
No, I just told you why it's not relevant.
Yeah, again, your opinion on what's relevant and what's not is not welcome here. Thank you, Hoymar. I don't know why you continue to insist on putting it in there. You can either address the actual facts that are being stated, or you can go somewhere else.
Yeah, can you address the actual point that we're talking about, the scientific method? And
I brought us back to the point that we were actually talking about because you guys were trying to get somewhere else, right? Because somebody else came into the conversation sort of late and started putting their points.
Sorry about that.
Yep.
Forgive me.
No, I'm not.
But it wasn't.
It's all good, bro. It's what happens. I'm just trying to state the facts. I'm stating play by play. I'm reviewing the actual videotape. I'm not putting my opinion, my biased opinion of what's going on into it.
Interrupt you guys, but I have posted the requested video of the confession from the Chief of Security, Cyrus Eugene Akers, and his son. There you go. Okay, 42 minutes past the hour in the drop chat. Okay, there you go. Help yourselves and enjoy.
I just come to the conclusion you guys are all gay.
I don't know why you would even go down that road, but I don't know how.
It's kind of a funny statement to make, to be honest.
Well, we're gay as in happy and gay, yeah. That's fine. I'll accept that.
So CBR made everybody gay.
Come on. You're acting like that would be a bad thing.
Happy and gay, you know?
Yeah. You know.
Woo-hee.
Anyhow, I was just kidding. You guys are getting no place with the conversation.
I just got here, so I'm not gay yet.
I know you were kidding. But I was kidding too. I think Jin was kidding too. Oh.
No. I'm happy and gay, as in gay meaning happy.
Oh, okay.
That's what it used to mean when I was growing up in the 60s. When you were gay, that meant you were happy, joyful, not homosexual. Nothing.
You guys are so easily distracted and getting off the point. Like, that's crazy.
No, not really. No, we're just addressing that point.
Hey, Jin, after that dude told you gay means happy, did you actually take your shirt off?
I did.
Hey, forget I said that.
I had done my zip.
I can't believe how easily you guys are taking off point.
No, we're not taking off point. We're still here. I mean, like I said, I have posted the link to the moon landing confession, deathbed confession of a security man, chief of security, by the name of Cyrus Eugene Akers. He died at the age of, I think it was 69. He lived from 1933 to 2002. And before he died, he confessed to his son what he witnessed regarding the Apollo 11's hoaxing. His participation in that. Orders from Lyndon Johnson.
The two cities in the old world, and one of them, they knew
brilliant. And he passed on the message.
12 noon. Check for that. There was a famous
Buzz Aldrin said that they never went to the moon too, so big deal.
Eratosthenes.
Instead of
Two
public.
Who said that?
in the
Who
old
said
world,
that?
and one of them,
Buzz Aldrin.
they knew
Yeah, thanks, Buzz
that
Aldrin.
at 12 noon
That's
on
a
a
second
particular day of the
confession.
year,
But we have a
that
confession before
the
those
sun
two,
was directly
and that was
overhead,
Stanley
and you see the
Kubrick.
bottom of a well.
Stanley Kubrick
You don't
confessed
run
as
around
well in
looking
The
at the
Shining,
bottoms of
remember?
wells.
No.
Because the light
He didn't
doesn't take.
actually
It's
confess.
just
Doesn't get down there.
What we have here in
How can we use
Remember
this
Stanley
observation
Kubrick
to see if Earth's surface
confessing
is
in The Shining.
curved? We need
People
There's a
like,
famous
take it
experiment
as a
conducted by
confession. He didn't
Eratosthenes.
come right out and say it.
Eratosthenes.
Well, I mean,
and the
if
two
you
cities
do look at
in
the
old
movie
world,
itself, it's
and
supposed
one
to be
of
a
them,
psychological
they knew
horror movie,
that
a
at
book
12 noon on a particular
depicted
day
from
of
a
the year,
book by
that
Stephen King.
the sun was directly
And
overhead.
for
You could see the bottom
example,
of
the
a
room
well.
in the book, I think, was
You don't run around looking at the bottoms
217,
of wells.
but he changed
You-
that to
because the light doesn't
room
take-
237,
it's just-
which
no,
refers
down
to
there.
the
Doesn't get
distance
down
from the
How can we
Earth
use this
to the moon.
observation to see if Earth's
Okay,
surface
for
is
example.
curved?
Eratosthenes.
Right, Stephen King didn't like the movie. He said the
Check
story's
that.
not
There's a-
quite there. It's all very different. The emphasis is different, and he didn't like it. Stephen King, that was.
Yeah, so.
Famous experiment conducted
So,
He
by
from
also
the beginning
bitched
of the
about his
movie-
stealing it.
Eratosthenes.
From the beginning of the movie to the end of
First,
the movie,
famous-
we have Apollo references right the way through. In particular, there's a car park at the Overlook
But only one
Hotel,
famous
the car
experiment
park.
conducted by
When you count the
Eratosthenes.
cars, they spell out
Eratosthenes. And the two cities
the date
in the
of
old
the
world,
Apollo
and
moon
one
landings.
of them, they knew
They spell it
July
out.
15th.
that at 12 noon on
July
a particular day of
15th,
the year, that the sun was
1969.
directly overhead, and you could see the bottom
The
of the
cars,
well.
they spell it out.
Okay.
You don't run around looking at the
Well, the
bottoms
cars,
of
yeah,
wells.
yeah,
You
because
ne-
they've
because
been
the light doesn't
geometrically
take-
in
it's
place
just- no,
to
doesn't get
spell
down there.
out
Doesn't get down
the
there.
date
How can we
of
use
the
this
moon landing
observation to
at
see
the
if
Apollo
Earth's
11,
surface is curved?
I've never seen that
didn't
one
know
the day
before.
they
before.
landed.
Turns out we can't see the bottom of both
Yeah,
wells
and
at the
then
same
if
time.
you
Yeah,
look
so
at
maybe
the,
maybe
What
he
might
wasn't
explain this?
confessing. Maybe
There are
he
two
was
possible
proud of the moon
explanations.
landing.
First, we could have a flat
he was
Earth
definitely
with a
confessing.
sun that's small
Definitely
and close
confessing.
by, so that the light hits
Because
the
it's
second
not
well
just
at
that's
an
not the only thing. There are
angle. Or second,
from the beginning,
we
the
could have a
opening
curved
scene,
Earth
when
with
you
a
look
sun
at the
that's
mountain
big
and the
far
lake,
away,
spells
so
the
that all
letter
light
A,
comes in
A
parallel.
for Apollo,
Only
apparently.
one,
Famous
you move
experiment
on,
conducted
you look at the Volkswagen.
so that all the light comes,
Could've been A for
the
Apple.
yellow
light comes in parallel.
famous
the yellow
experiment
Volkswagen driving on the road to
Only
the
one.
sun.
famous experiment conducted
It's the name of the road that
Well,
you
but it's
have
not.
when you go
famous
to
experiment conducted by
Cape
Eric
Canaveral to launch pad
That was
839.
just two wells.
famous
839.
experiment conducted
Then the little
Two
boy
bars.
Danny having
famous
Apollo 11
experiment conducted by
rocket
Eratosthenes.
on his jumper, clouds,
To see if
playing
Earth's
on a
famous experiment
carpet
conducted by
which is
It's
almost the same shape.
wells at the same
The
time.
launch
Famous
pad.
It's a launch
experiment.
pad. I know,
Explanations.
right?
Yeah.
famous experiment
It must be a
You could have a
confession.
Yeah.
flat Earth.
famous
That's the most
second.
famous
strongest
experiment
compelling
conducted by
evidence. Yeah.
Eratosthenes.
A kid with a
Can't ignore
shirt.
Angle.
You know,
Famous experiment
And
conducted
then
by
if you take,
Eratosthenes.
for instance, his last movie called
Eratosthenes.
Eyes Wide Shut,
and the two cities
on the
in old world,
30th
and
anniversary
one of them
of the
they knew
Apollo moon's landing,
that at 12 noon on a particular day of the year,
July
that famous
16th or
experiment conducted by
15th,
Eratosthenes.
1999.
Eratosthenes. And the two cities
Eyes
in
wide
the old
shut.
world, and one
Another
of them
reference to Apollo. So yeah, we know that Stanley Kubrick confessed. Only people suffering from cognitive dissonance would not go through, basically. I would have to say. Clearly obvious.
And,
what if you?
Anna, can I just double back to Hoymar as well, and his Sticks and Shadows, right? Hoymar, I'm just posting a clip from a YouTube video. Now, this YouTube video is Star Talk. Do you know of this video series?
Yeah, I do.
And who is the main actor in this video series?
The host is
Neil
actually
deGrasse
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
The actor involved in this is Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yes, well done. Okay.
The usual hosts, but sure.
Now, if you have a look at that, right? Can you show me where anybody mentions anything about any sticks? The narrative has been changed, Hoymar. There are no sticks. So for you to argue
DP, hold on, before you get yourself too deep into this. So the original measurement done by Eratosthenes, as it is, how do you say, as it was handed down or noted in the history books, was done using a well, because he observed that at one specific place.
All right,
in,
okay, stop. Yeah,
Atlanta.
we all know how it goes. We all know how it goes. We all know how the story goes, Hoymar. So why?
It doesn't matter what tool you use, DP.
Have I got
it's
to
totally
mute you?
irrelevant.
Have I got to mute you, Hoymar?
Well, you're just spouting ignorant nonsense, DP.
Well, Hoymar, it's you that spouted the ignorant nonsense then, in that case, because it's you that came in with the sticks and shadows argument. Why didn't you come in with the well and shadow argument?
Because it amounts to doing just the same thing. You just want to measure the angle of a shadow.
If you know the sticks and shadows is nonsense, why didn't you say, oh, that sticks and shadows argument, that's nonsense, it was wells? But you didn't, Hoymar. You came in with the sticks and shadows argument.
And you said you could do it over and over.
Are you seriously not understanding the geometric relationships and that they are exactly the same, whether you use wells or sticks, DP?
It's nothing to do with the geometric relationship, Hoymar. It's more to do with your misunderstanding and misquoting the established narrative. Because if you're saying that everybody knows it's done with wells and you came in with the sticks and shadows argument, that shows how you don't understand, Hoymar.
Look, in this context,
he's being
I literally don't care about the historic detail. All I do care about is that it's a
Hoymar's up on the ropes. Good job, DP.
Does that make sense? I don't care about the details. All we need is two.
You're fucked, Hoymar.
You should, Greg. You should.
You're fucked, Hoymar. You're done.
Yeah.
Can you make a point?
Caring about the details.
You just got knocked out by DP, dude. Seriously, you really did. Because you've been going on about sticks and shadows the whole time.
It's still the same whether you use a well or a stick. It doesn't matter. But you guys should just grasp at it.
But you should care about the details. You should care about the details so you get an accurate reporting of the actual narrative as you believe it.
It's not a narrative.
Okay. No, he was going on about the sticks when it came to the experiments. Okay. You said straight out that people could do it themselves with sticks, and you were referencing to that dude in the past. You're screwed. You got slammed by DP for real, yo. You're fucked. Yeah, you're done.
You're drowning in shame. I'm surprised you're still here.
Do you not see how it's not relevant to the method whether we use wells?
I see how everything you said is relevant and you're backpedaling right now. I see that. I see how you said it was sticks and shadows.
I was just not caring about whether he used wells or sticks because it doesn't matter for measuring these angles.
You didn't say that. You were pushing sticks and shadows. As if that's what they used.
What he did. Yeah. That's what he did.
Yeah,
that's what he did.
Again, this is not about the history, but about the method. Do you not see the difference between examining the historical details?
I can see that you're not accepting and acknowledging your mistake. I can see that.
You were quite firm about the method until like the last 5 minutes.
I can see you're not acknowledging your mistake.
No, the method doesn't matter. What's that? What was that comedy way back in the 80s? I think it was. The English people made it. There was a couple of they had the Monty Python. Weimar's like the Monty Python dude that knight that got all his feet or all his legs and his hands cut off, and he said, "I'm not done with you yet. Come back." And he's got no hands, no arms, and no legs. That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah. Actually, I knew that there was something about sticks and shadows in that original measurement as it's being told today, and it was using a well at Cyrene, and a pole or a stick at Alexandria.
Alexandria.
I could post a picture right now. So it
Well,
was
they took
actually...
a picture back then? Nice.
Well, no, obviously not.
The point is, we the flat earthers have said to you that when you bring the sun closer, because they would have to have assumed the distance to the sun, how would they have measured that back then? So, you know, and they assumed that the earth is curving. So there's a lot of assumptions there. That's the problem with your story and your Aristophanes or Eratosthenes or Aristophanes. That's the problem.
That DP destroyed them.
But Jin, you know, for the... Wait, I lost my train of thought. No, how did the Greeks come to their assumptions, right? I acknowledge that there were assumptions in that measurement. There are assumptions in every single measurement. But again, the point was not to establish the shape of the Earth, because that was already done. So it seems
how was that already done? Who did that before Aristophanes? Who did that before him?
Aristotle. Aristotle did that.
Aristotle. How did he do it? What did he do then? What was his method, please?
From basic observations, like distant objects sink into the horizon, right? Or that the stars,
the
the sun,
same old
the moon
disappearing over the horizon.
Below.
That doesn't prove curvature.
Why don't you let me speak?
That definitely doesn't prove distance.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about, is distance. You can't prove distance because things sink over the horizon.
The reasoning was this: if we observe the sun moving at a constant size and a constant speed through the sky, setting and rising from below the horizon, that means it is not a close object, right? That's getting closer to us and farther away. Therefore, it has to be very distant. So we can't see it changing size. Does that make sense?
Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, yeah, that's basic spatial reason.
So that determines distance and size?
No, that's just an observation which allows you to draw conclusions like the sun has to be distant in order for it to appear the way it does in the sky.
Mm.
Is that a reasonable train of, process of reasoning for you?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
These people have spent 7 years and haven't been able to prove the curvature of the Earth. With the latest technology, the latest cutting edge technology, 7 years, and they've proven no globe. 7 years. So they did it better than Aristotle. Modern technology can't prove Earth is curving at all today. You see? What do you say?
As I know, Weimar's DP destroyed you.
Yeah, Weimar, you're a typical, you're behaving typically as the Germans do, who are heliocentric. Whenever they're in
there's no need of that.
There's no the same level of cognitive dissonance. I know this. You've been 7 years so far, and you're displaying the exact same characteristics, I must say.
There's no need of that, Jim.
No, I'm not insulting him. I'm just.
Let me hear the stereotypes. No,
it's an observation that I'm saying.
The stereotype is
I'm not being insulting. It's not. Yeah, it's not an insult. It's not an insult.
Yeah. Anyway. So Scalpel, you keep saying that.
No. It's not a stereotype. It's an observation.
That's not the case.
It's an observation that I've made. That's all.
Eratosthenes used a stick in his measurement. That's what we're told anyway. But we're going from what we're told, right? So I was actually right. And we can do with a bell or a stick. It doesn't matter at all. You just don't want to understand.
You're not questioning it. You're believing it. You're not questioning it. That's you.
It's not about believing, Jin. Jin, you can literally do the same thing right now with 2 sticks.
Hang on a minute.
You can do the exact same thing.
Mark, you never mentioned a well in your initial example.
Because it's all working. In my case, this would be working. It would prove level Earth. There would be no curvature there. Because at the end of the day, I must be able to measure the curvature and actually see the curvature. And those two things can't be done. Because it's not natural. The Earth is not a globe, you see. That's the problem. Okay? I must be able to photograph it, see it, and measure it. We can't do that. Well, I'm posting to you excerpts from The Shining. Everything I'm posting is from the Shining 2.0 explanation of the movie.
2.0. There's a 2.0?
Yeah. Yeah, that's The Shining 2.0, which is the explanation of all the scenes in the movie. Brilliant. Do you want? I can send you the link to that if you want it.
No, I haven't.
Because I can post
I
a
thought
link.
you were saying there was another one explaining different, even more stuff.
Yeah. No, I haven't got that. I am looking, but I haven't got that yet. I am looking. I'm like a radar. I'm always scanning. So if I find anything, I'll bring it to you.
I'll just call you radar.
The highest standard of integrity. That's the one thing.
You're our highest standard of integrity.
I said flat earthers. Generally.
Oh,
That's sorry, but that is absolutely ridiculous. Flat earthers don't care about basic things like the size of the earth or the height of the sun or testing their claims in reality. Otherwise they would have done it. They would have seen that it doesn't work out. Then why don't you triangulate the sun? Why don't you try to measure the radius? Why has this never been done? Why is it not attempted?
Well, we hello. It has been done.
Yeah,
It has been done.
2,500 years ago.
Video
Jim, it was
from
done.
What's his name?
oh boy.
Jay Tolan Media. Jay Tolan Media.
Jay Tolan Media, another flat earther.
Yeah.
Another flat earther whose observations can be explained with the curved
5,000
calculator.
miles. 5,000 miles.
Okay, sure, I remember that. Yeah, he tried to triangulate the sun. Cool, so 5,000
He did
miles.
it very well.
I mean,
Successfully.
if we see the sun at, let's say, 0.5 degrees over the horizon, and it has a height of 5,000 miles, then it is several 100,000 miles away at the point where it sets. That's basically, we can use a sign for that, you know, trigonometry. I hope you're familiar with that.
Yes. You can do maths that can deceive people, yes. He
No,
did
you
it,
can
see
do
the
math.
equipment he used.
You can falsify.
Maths.
Yes.
Yeah, but maths doesn't always prove the reality we live in. It's been used to deceive us, like the Einsteinian special relativity maths. That's all a lie, because nowhere in our life do we have a space-time that is bending.
Oh yes, all over the place we do, and we account for it all the time. And we account for it all the time.
Sorry, Nasser Shill. Be careful. Watch where you're going.
We account
Okay?
for these bend in
Stand
space
back.
time.
Sit down. Sit
We
down
account
carefully
for
and behave yourself.
we account for the bend in space time anytime you use GPS.
Because things sink over the horizon.
No, you don't, because
Yeah,
GPS is ground.
No, it's not. It's computer. It's satellite based. It's satellite based.
It's not satellite based. In order for it to be satellite based, as I've said, you would have to go up there, see that the satellite that you think's up there actually exists.
You can see them with your own eyes. You can triangulate them.
satellites.
No, we
you
don't.
need to go
They're
there to
moving.
confirm that
No,
all
so satellites will not move as fast as the Doppler shift.
Right, therefore you'd have to go up there to confirm that satellites are.
No, we
up there.
launched
The
them.
reason,
We put
the
them in
reason I
place.
say that, the reason I say that is I have a video
That makes sense.
where NASA was
Oh, video.
supposedly deploying a satellite, and it turns out that it was shenanigans in the studio, because you can just make out a shadow of a face behind the space shuttle as the satellite is supposed to be deployed. Do you want that video? I can post it to you.
Oh please, let me see your bullshit video.
You've never seen that
Right,
video,
you've never
Nas?
seen this
Oh,
one.
I've seen it. It's a bullshit, and he knows it.
It's not
How's it
bullshit.
bullshit?
You're the bullshit.
Totally bullshit.
What's bullshit about it? Sure.
The entire thing, from start to beginning.
What do you mean it's bullshit? Meaning that NASA didn't make the video, or what do you mean by it's bullshit?
I mean that your interpretation of it is bullshit.
Oh no, if it's the same video I think it is, there's definitely a guy in the video.
The latest cutting edge. Yeah.
I'm sure something that you guys put into it or something. I'm sure.
proven no globe.
No, it's
Well,
just
that's
a
why
gin.
I'm asking you.
See,
What do you?
I
That's why I
posed-
ask you. What do you mean by it's bullshit? Because there's
it's hard to
definitely
tell which
lying.
it's hard to tell which bullshit video he's going to post because I've seen most of his videos. Like this thing he just put up on the Saturn V. What was this published, Jin?
7 years and haven't been able to prove. This was part. This was part of the Shining 2.0. Okay.
So in other words, it was published in
Shining 2.0.
an online,
There's a number of
not
years
peer
now.
reviewed, and
It would
his
be-
calculations
it
are
doesn't have to
incorrect.
be- You see, it doesn't have to be.
If it's not peer reviewed, it's no good.
Well,
Yeah.
generally, yeah, that's what
Doesn't
peer
have to be
review is
there.
for, is to take out bullshit like this.
We don't need that. We don't need that in this case.
Of course not, because you know that he's lying. In the meantime, Jin,
he's
you can
not
actually,
lying
I
at
told
all.
you,
No, he's not
yes
lying.
too. So you
He's
won't
putting-
even go into
he's
your
putting-
backyard, put a
he's
stick in the
putting
ground
his
and measure the
reputation.
shape of the Earth.
He is putting his reputation. He's a
He doesn't have a
PhD, by the
reputation.
way. He's a
PhD in what?
PhD, so he's putting his reputation on the
Candidated
line.
technical services.
So you have nothing. You have nothing. You're just a NASA shill. Nothing. You're a nobody.
As opposed to you, who's just an idiot who says the Earth is flat.
No, I'm not
You guys
I'm
are
not
all
an idiot. I'm not an idiot.
Without
You're
proof,
an idiot.
without any
You're
evidence.
there.
What is the evidence for
You're
the
a
flat Earth, Jin?
scumbag.
Jin,
You're a scumbag,
Jin, what is the evidence for the
spineless
flat Earth?
American
What is
whose
the evidence for the
family's
flat
a
Earth?
shit.
What is the flat Earth for you? You
Oh,
person
it's
who
out
doesn't like
there.
where he's
It's out
born
there.
or his heritage and
Open
moved
your
to a
eyes.
third
Whoa,
country
whoa,
to
whoa.
Your
hide.
eyes are wide shut, mate. Your eyes are
Whoa.
wide shut.
Eyes
Open
wide
your
shut. I
eyes.
saw that movie.
Jin, chill,
Yeah, but
wind
Justin's
it in,
used the
right?
stick in
We
his-
can't
in his
hear
position.
when you're
That's-
both
that's what we're
talking
told
over
then.
each other.
We're going from
One at a
what we're
time. If you can't be
I was
nice
actually-
about it and play
we
nicely
don't-
in the sandbox,
Well,
you'll have to
stick
take
doesn't
turns
matter.
via being
You
muted.
just don't want
Do you understand the pair of you?
Here, here.
Well, the problem is that
Here,
Jin never
here.
shuts the fuck
Here,
up.
here.
Understand, chill. You don't shut the fuck up either. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying this to the fucking pair of you.
Jin doesn't shut the fuck up.
Neither
He
do
talks
you,
and talks
Chill.
and talks and talks.
Neither do
No,
you,
you-
Chill.
Okay.
Yeah, as Shill's talking over DP for telling them to shut up and take turns.
So play nicely in the sandbox. Otherwise, we have to bring the teacher out to you.
Well, Jin
Yeah,
wants,
yeah, NASA shill. Spineless. Get on with it.
yeah, you person who doesn't like his heritage, lives in a third country, and doesn't know shit.
Third country. He lives in
Yeah.
a third country.
He's third. He doesn't like the country of his birth. He doesn't like the country of his heritage, so he moved to a third country.
Where did you get that
Oh my
from?
God.
Where does he? Ask him where he gets that from, or is that a baseless claim? Ask him.
Where
No,
were you
I-
born?
Ask him.
What country you were
Where
born?
did you get that from? NASA. Where
what country were you born?
NASA?
What country were you
Where
born?
did you get that from? NASA.
What country were you born in?
Seems like the basic mindset of like correlation is causation that the globe typically goes with.
What country were you born in? What's the
Where did
proof
you
of the
get
flat
that
Earth?
from?
What country were you born in?
Okay, both of you guys, hey,
You see?
can both of you guys just shut up for a second? Jen,
Yeah.
you showed him a video. What do you got to say about the video there, Nash Shill?
Where did he post it?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
There
Yeah,
you
it's
go.
coming up. I'm trying to locate it.
Yeah.
I want to see what Nash Shill says about this video. I'm curious.
Yeah. I've definitely got it. Yeah. Just allow me to get it out.
Yeah, he's gotta find it. Then I gotta. How long is it? Like a 4-hour video? Like some.
No,
Well, what it
it's
is
like
is that I've got
30
to find
seconds.
it. It's in my collection.
Throw 30 seconds of cherry-picked video. Excellent.
No, wait till you see it. It's not cherry picked.
I can send you the link to that.
Do you want it to be long or do you want it to be short? Come on, man.
Yeah, what do you want? On one hand, you're like, it's a 4-hour video. The other hand, it's like, oh, that's cherry
Well,
picked.
then,
Different.
4
It's like
hours.
you can't win with you, eh, Nash?
Somewhere between 4 hours and 30 seconds would be nice.
Well, it's about a minute and 30 seconds. How's that? Is that
It's
better?
like it's like a statistic of like false information that he has out there, depending on the duration of the information.
Yeah.
What's the
Oh,
evidence
it's
for the flat
definitely
Earth?
cherry picked. It's not long enough.
What's the evidence for the flat Earth, guys? I've been asking for 10 months now.
Yeah, so I mean, you know,
What's the evidence for the flat Earth?
again.
Do we have any evidence for the flat Earth?
Yeah,
You're
every
here, aren't
every
you?
measurement is
Where?
every measurement is
one?
horizontal in nature,
Which one?
and yeah, you got your own.
Yeah.
I think
I can hear you.
surveying proves a flat Earth, just in general. You're not a flat Earth, as in no
Told you that.
cartography, but
What's your source for that, Scalpel?
I said flat earthers.
the way it's done.
Well, no. In which way do they assume and use a planar Earth, supposedly?
They don't use a planar Earth, supposedly.
No, you just said they use a flat Earth or something?
They use planar measurements and then
Planar-
calculate. And then, are you going to let me finish or not?
Sorry.
They use planar measurements and then calculate in curvature.
And you know this because you're a surveyor?
Do I have to be a surveyor to know it?
What would help if you actually knew what the fuck you were talking about.
Well, I do know what I'm talking about. Fucking
No,
moron.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You really
because
don't.
NASA still says no, you don't.
Because they've done so since Snellius.
Come back, NASA. Good comeback. No, you don't.
They've known this. They've known this since Snellius in the 1600s that the Earth is curved using geometry.
Yeah, so every geometric measurement is horizontal in nature, right? And this is how we know the Earth is flat and stationary.
Oh,
right?
you know the
They're
Earth is curved because
right.
of Snellius.
Right. So then we have these things rising to eye level, like the water beneath your feet rises to eye level. Right?
Funny how you go up
and when
so
seen
the
from
horizon falls away.
Right, and when seen from a reasonable, measurable, confirmable distance, and then once you go beyond that distance, when you have atmosphere and whatnot playing effects on 20-mile observations, which is just nonsense. Who would measure a 20-mile Earth, right, with an observation? At that point, things become distorted, right, and then they're not calculable and they're not usable practically, right. But the only practical use we have is horizontal measurements. And then elevations from that horizontal with another horizontal that's parallel to the one below it and above it. That's how the world works.
Amazing how Snellius figured this out in 1600s that the Earth was curved using this same method.
Who is Smelly? This smelly guy.
Snellius, the guy's from Snell's Law.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's more famous. He's known mostly for Snell's Law, but he also proved the Earth was curved by measuring, I think, 50 years.
Yeah, he proved observations were curved. Yeah.
Proved the Earth was curved. I thought the Earth was already proved with sticks in the ground.
Well, yeah, but this was another.
Even the measurement of curve is just straight lines from one point to another point. There is no curve of anything. It's just one straight line to another.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's all
except that it doesn't work. If it was flat, the angles would be different.
No.
Yeah.
Angles are straight lines. Yeah.
Except that the angles don't add up on a flat curve. Didn't you? Yeah, you just put like a pieces of paper. Didn't you see the pieces of paper on a basketball? Doesn't work.
Piece of paper on a basketball.
Yeah, well, that's a good point that he brings up. Every instance of in reality, right? If you walk in a circle, you return back to where you started. Every situation, everywhere, confirmably, objectively, by every individual, if they walk in a straight line, they'll never return to where they started.
That's your big argument nowadays, NASA Shield? Piece of paper on a basketball?
Oh no, it's one of them. It'll prove that your that straight lines on a sphere don't line up, just like they do on the Earth.
Right, it doesn't line up. You're absolutely right. It doesn't line up with reality. We don't walk in straight lines, and there's no proof of walking in a straight line and returning back to where you began.
Actually, there is. But
there's no. That's not reality. That's a basketball in your hand with a piece of paper in a curved line. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's how this guy proved that the Earth was.
And don't forget that Shield's example of straight lines are actually circles. Latitude and longitude. They're actually circles.
Yeah,
they're not straight lines.
Geodesics, that's correct.
No, they're circles. They're not straight lines.
Geodesics.
And
Geodesics.
A geodesic is a straight line. Shield.
A geodesic is a straight line over a curve.
You can't have a straight line over a curve. A straight line doesn't
go left or right.
Any direction on any axis.
No, that's not spherical geometry, though.
No, but Shield. Yeah, you have to bend geometry to fit your narrative. Anyway, going back to
no. Actually, you don't have to bend. You have to use geometry to show. If you actually measure, like Snellius did here, you'll figure that the Earth is a curve.
You finished talking through me now, yeah? Right.
I'm correcting you when you're wrong, but okay.
No, I wasn't wrong.
Yes, you are.
Your claim of straight lines are actually circles, as in longitude and latitude lines. Now they're not straight lines; they're fucking circle shields.
They're like an ant on a basketball. You walk straight ahead. You don't go left or right. That's a straight line.
And a straight line is not a circle.
On a sphere,
right?
On a sphere, on a sphere. In spherical geometry, a straight line is a geodesic.
Which is a straight line.
That's correct. In spherical geometry, they also
No
intersect.
such thing as a straight line on a ball.
You can't
Yes,
have,
there is.
you can't have a
No,
straight
there
line
isn't.
in spherical geometry.
Oh, just because you guys can't think outside of 2 dimensions is not my problem.
I can.
Alright, so
actually.
now a sphere is
Yeah,
three-dimensional to you.
Yeah, on the surface of the ball, you can't have a straight line. You're right.
Well, you do have a straight line. It's a geodesic.
So it's
No,
a,
you can't have a straight line on the surface
straight
of
line.
a ball. No,
Yes, you
can't,
do. It's
dude.
geodesic.
No, you can't.
It doesn't.
I can prove you're wrong.
Straight. It doesn't go left or right.
I can
It goes
prove
straight
you're
ahead.
wrong, actually.
Left or right? Does it go left or right? Or does it go straight ahead?
It curves.
How do you know?
I can prove it.
How do you know?
I can prove it.
How do you know?
I can prove it.
How?
Okay, take a piece of wire, put it in your straight line on the surface of a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Take it off the surface of the ball. Is it
Well,
straight? Is it straight?
Yeah, it's in the,
No,
on the
it's
sphere.
not.
It's straight. It's a
No,
geodesic.
it's not straight.
Yes,
It's
it
not
is. It's
straight,
left or
dude.
right.
It's curved.
But it goes
It's
left.
always
But it goes
curved.
over the surface of the wall. That's a geodesic.
Straight isn't
That's the
just
equivalent
left
of a
to right.
straight line. That's the equivalent of a straight line in spherical
you're wrong.
geometry.
Straight
Well, yeah, I
isn't
am.
How many-
defined by left to right.
You haven't studied. You barely know
How many
geometry.
tangent points
Oh
does
my
it-
god,
these
you're
lines
such
have?
an
How many-
idiot.
It's like
You
a
barely
triple
know
tangent
geometry.
straight line, quadruple tangent straight line.
It's in fact, in reality, not a straight line. 100%.
It is a straight
You're
line.
just... No, it isn't. You take it off the ball, it's not a straight line.
So I see. So when you take a line in spherical geometry and put it into 2-dimensional geometry, it's not straight. Gotcha.
No, it's still... No, if you have a piece of wire, it's always in 3-dimensional geometry. What the fuck are you
no,
talking
actually,
about?
the
A piece of wire... A
The
piece of
surface of
wire
a
is
sphere.
not
The surface of a
2-dimensional.
sphere. The surface of a sphere is 2 dimensions.
Chill, why do
You're
you
so
have
fucked
why do you
up.
have to keep talking through everybody?
Because you
Chill.
guys are wrong.
You can't have a
No, because he's
conversation.
scared I can make
Yeah,
my
yeah.
I'm not
point,
scared. No,
that's
you're
why.
not making sense. You're just
You
talking
can't
bull.
have a conversation, Chill. You have to keep talking through people.
If you're going to
I was-
say something
I was
wrong,
gonna
I'm going to
say
correct
so.
you.
How the fuck would you know what I'm making? You don't give me a chance to finish my sentence.
Well, I know exactly where you're going, and you're wrong.
Where
because
am
you
I
don't
going,
understand
then?
Give him
geometry.
space to make his point, Chill, for fuck's sake. Scalpel.
Okay, you take a piece of wire and it's completely straight. 100% straight. You form it to the surface of a ball without going left or right on the ball, and then take it back off the ball. Is that piece of wire still straight? No, it's not. It's not a fucking straight line, Chill, no matter which way you want to slice it. You're not
It is.
living in reality.
On the surface of a sphere, in spherical geometry, the straight line, the equivalent of a straight line, is a geodesic.
Oh, the equivalent of a straight line. That's
Yeah.
a key word, the equivalent. So in other words,
straight line.
it is in fact not a straight line.
It is a
You're
straight
trying to make some equivalent. You're trying to say, well, it's kind of like a straight line.
Well, no, in spherical geometry, it is. It's the straight line. That's how on the surface of a sphere, a
The
straight
word
line
equivalent
is a
is
geodesic.
very telling, dude.
Same difference. Sorry,
No,
if
it's
you
not.
can't get over that, then perhaps you should study
Oh,
geometry.
I know what word. No, I know what words mean, and I know what
No, you-
equivalent means.
Yeah, well, it's
Not the
no,
same. It's not the same.
Yeah, it is. It means it's the same. It's the analog of it.
No. You're full of shit, Nasa. Run along.
No, actually not. But you don't.
You want me to get you to rage quit again, like I've done in the past?
Oh, you won't get me to rage quit. I rarely rage quit. It's more a stupid quit. My head. I just keep trying to tell people stuff and they don't understand it. It's not.
Oh
rage
yeah,
quit.
the you don't understand fallacy because
It's
you're
stupid.
the all
It's dumb.
knowing Mr. Understandable.
I didn't say that, but I know way more than you do.
Oh, you think you do?
No, I do definitely. You think the Earth is flat?
Do I? You don't even know what I think.
Well, you're
Oh,
here.
you
You
don't
don't
think the Earth
understand
is flat?
three-dimensional. You don't understand spherical geometry, obviously. You
Oh,
don't understand
really?
that. You don't understand the airplane slide
I know
geodesics all day.
You don't know what the fuck I understand. All you know is that I don't think a line on that ball is straight. That's all. That's about all you know about. And from that, you just fucking spewed a bunch of shit. That's how fucking stupid you are. You're not smart.
You're better off calling them paths than lines.
Call them what you want, but they're not straight no matter which way you slice it. Anything on the face of the sphere.
They're straight in the sense that you're not turning. like as you would be walking around it, which is what the idea in mathematics is. I wouldn't call them a line though, because a line is just like an infinite straight path. So
How do you get that on a basketball?
well, straight path is also not the best one. Infinite.
Okay.
Well, these are the words.
everyone
These are
knows
the words
that.
that all-knowing
Jump
Mr.
in there.
Nassaskill is
Video
using.
posted. Sorry, it took a while.
But you can still have straight paths on.
Oh,
things
from
like-
Mark Sargent. Oh yeah,
20
this is
minutes
good.
past the hour.
From Mark Sargent, this is going to be true.
Yeah, it's okay. Watch the video. Watch
Mark
the content.
Sargent.
Watch
From
the
Mark
video.
Sargent.
Stop
No,
lying
that's,
to yourself.
You said
that's-
6
Stop being
minutes.
scared.
That's
You said-
that's character assassination there, Shield. So that's not a valid point, really, is it?
Yes, it is actually.
No,
it's
it's
called
not.
source criticism.
No,
Called poisoning the well.
Yeah, and character
called source
assassination.
criticism.
So
No, Mark Sargent is like a, you know, he's like your fourth daddies. I understand.
You
Which
have
video?
No, you have no evidence of anything there.
maybe the same as Neil deGrasse Tyson for you, Shield.
I thought Mark Sargent was
No
a
evidence
oh.
for his claims.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson says you can never ever see the curvature of the Earth. Therefore, you cannot measure it.
Yeah, you can misquote an appeal to Neil. I love it. Don't you always notice it's always the flat earthers who appeal to Neil, not any.
That's good, bro. That's great.
That's
They
because,
always-
That's because Neil deGrasse Tyson is the best flat earther going. He
No,
really
he's not.
is. He fucks
Yeah,
your
that's good.
boy over every time. he
Actually,
opens his
no,
fucking
he
mouth.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. You just cherry pick it.
You heard it here first, folks.
So what am
Neil
I
deGrasse
what am I looking for in this
Tyson.
video, Jin?
Well, you're supposed to watch the satellite being deployed, and that's the satellite being deployed from the space shuttle. It's spinning, and behind him in that dark patch, you will see the head of a human being.
Yeah, you're seeing a
Eyes
reflection
and
in the
nose bridge.
you're seeing a reflection in the window.
It's
He's
not a
looking-
reflection.
It's a reflection in the window.
Not a they're in space.
It's a reflection in
They're
the
in
window.
space.
He's,
Talking about.
he's looking out a
in
window.
space. What
They're
window
looking out
where?
a window. There's a
Shut
window
up.
between
You're
them
talking
and the
out
satellite.
rubbish.
You're seeing a reflection
What's
in the window.
face? What's the face?
I've never heard
What
that
is the
one
face
before.
Reflection
doing
in the window.
space? Stop lying.
It's a reflection
Stop
in the
lying.
window.
What's the face doing in space?
There's a guy holding the camera.
I've never heard the
Yeah,
reflection in the window argument.
as they fake it. They're faking it.
I must admit.
You can't take pictures from outer space, man. There's no atmosphere there.
He's inside,
That's
and
right.
the atmosphere
You
won't
haven't
help you.
been there.
The atmosphere won't stop you from taking pictures.
Of course,
That's ridiculous.
I gotta honestly say, I
That's
never
a really,
read the
that is
window
a really stupid argument.
Here
That
in
has to stop
class
a stupid
argument.
argument today.
Oh,
I've
you're
never
saying
heard the
you
window reflection before.
yeah,
What do
you
you
can
think
see
it is?
stars. You can see stars in the sun from space, from outer space.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You're saying you can see stars.
Yeah, sure. What do you think the Hubble Space Telescope does every day? What do you think West is
Have
doing?
you been there to confirm that?
Oh, fuck.
That's the
Have you
only
been
way
to
would
China?
know.
Have you been to South Africa?
I haven't been there. I have
Then how
flown
do you know
over
it exists?
China.
So fuck off.
China
I've
is
been to
possible-
Central
it's possible
Africa.
to
I've
go
been to China.
Does that count?
I've been to China.
I know, but Jin hasn't.
Yeah,
Jin
and
hasn't been to
and I've been
China.
to Africa.
Jin hasn't been to China. He doesn't know that.
I have flown over China.
Oh, so
I
you
have met
think?
Chinese people.
And I've been to Germany.
I've eaten
And
Chinese
the
food.
United States.
Oh,
Okay.
you've eaten Chinese food, therefore China exists. Gotcha. Really good one, Jin.
It does exist. I've seen it. I've seen China.
Sure.
I've actually seen China.
No,
I can
no,
I
but
can
you
vouch
see,
for
but you see the
Africa.
fact, 3P, the fact that you've seen China doesn't prove that Jin knows that China exists because he hasn't been there, according to him. You can only experience things that you do yourself, not anybody else.
Especially where satellites geostationary around the Earth, you'd have to go up there to confirm that. You would have to. You would have to. That would
All
be
right.
the only way
I gotta
you would
leave
know.
after that one.
Did you say you're leaving?
Oh, yeah, because I
Wait,
can't.
wait. What did he say to make you leave? I need
Don't
to know
let the
that.
door
for
hit you
next
on the way
time.
out.
What did you say, Jen?
That's not.
No, I said that with satellites, you'd have to go there to confirm that. Otherwise, you're carrying a belief. In all fairness, you're believing they're there. You don't know they're there.
Well, it's like secondhand knowledge, right?
That's all it took to get him to leave this time?
But it's not enough.
That was
is it?
too easy.
It's not enough.
It's not. The nice thing about this. Nice thing about Discord. Good morning, everybody. Nice thing about Discord is that you can run away whenever you want to because you don't have to show your mug, and it's so easy to so easy to run away. Obviously you can buy a ticket and go to China. You can buy a ticket to go see the Eiffel Tower. You can buy a ticket to go to Cape Horn, South America, but you can't buy a ticket to go to outer space.
Well,
So,
apparently some people can.
yeah, supposedly, yes, obviously.
Virgin
yes.
flights, I think he said earlier, Virgin.
Yeah, 53 miles up, 285,000 feet. They can't get it right, convex, concave, flat. So Neil deGrasse Tyson has to come out and say, nope, it's flat up there, it's flat up there. So they can't even get that propaganda right. So it's just amazing, and I see why a lot of people, especially older people, run away from Discord, because Discord's for the 20 to 50-year-old crowd, because the 60 and 70-year-old crowd who have come to see the truth of the true nature of our Earth, our true shape of our Earth, don't like to be lied to 24/7 by globe pushers, and so it's just one of those things. We either choose to stay or we choose to go. And when I debate, the 3DP is trying to get debates going.
I'm 60. I'm
Yeah,
staying anyway.
and Chin decides to stay, and I've decided to stay, and it's all good. And I appreciate 3DP trying to get some get some excitement going, and obviously
some integrity. He's trying to get integrity going.
When I debate, I want to show my mug because that's how debates are. And I don't care if it's Bryant Myers or McToon, which I have absolutely no respect for. It doesn't matter if I have respect for him or not. But you get Austin and you get Dave Weiss. They show their mug, and so I'm just going to tell 3DP I'm going to tell 3DP I will never debate anybody ever again who doesn't show their mug on the debate stage. They're cowards. They like
Who doesn't show their mug?
Cowards. So
Yeah, Hoymar. He's calling you out.
If Homar wants to finish up the next 3 hours on a debate, 3-4 hours, 2 hours, I will if I see his mug. But if I don't see his mug, he's a coward and he wants to hide behind his keyboard, and that's just fine.
Yeah, Hoymar, if you had a real sense of humor, you would accept the challenge. You would get on camera, and you'd have your favorite coffee mug up there the whole time if you had a sense of humor. Until then, I still don't believe you have a sense of humor.
A mug,
I love your standards.
I will point my webcam at a mug, and then we can debate with the mug if you want.
Yeah,
But I
if
won't
you
show
want,
my
if
face.
you want to,
I'm just not too fond
if you
of.
want to be
I'm just not too fond
disingenuous
of
and call
showing my
mug
face in this context.
and not
Hoymar,
say,
stop
go ahead.
talking over him.
I was still talking. Okay, can you let me finish? But sure, go ahead.
You're being
Waterworld.
disingenuous by saying coffee mug. I mean your face.
That was me, but yeah.
I was
That's
picking
the
up on a no text joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just not too fond of showing my face on the internet, especially not in this context. And if you don't want to respect that, then I guess that was our first and our last debate.
Okay, it's fine because
That's it, yeah. It's not part of respect.
because anybody who debates anything shows their face, not their mug, shows their face, and if you don't want to do it, then you're trying to hide something, and we move on from there.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
he's
hide
trying
my
to
face from the internet. Absolutely, that's true.
Hey, Waterworld, can you hear anyone else talking at all, or you can just hear your own voice?
Hey, whatever you say,
Yeah, whatever the fuck I say, right?
go ahead and be vulgar. Go ahead and show your immaturity. I don't care.
Yeah, you fucking come in here and want to try to monologue and talk all over everybody.
Okay,
What the
there you
fuck is
go.
wrong with you?
There you go. That's 3 times in about 15 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, you think you're something special, don't you?
Do you practice ha 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 ha, or do you just do it naturally along with your vulgar language?
Your vulgar language. I can't debate Sean Hawkins because he says the F word. Oh, boy.
And he also says GD, which is taking the
Oh,
Lord's name
no.
in vain.
Oh, no. Not everyone shares your beliefs.
See, to you it's oh no, but to me it actually means something.
What
Do you
does
even know who you're talking
GD
to?
stand for?
Do you even know who you're talking to, Waterworld?
I don't care who I'm talking to. I can
That's
care
right.
less.
You don't give a fuck. You don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
there you
do
go. 4 times. Just keep going. Just say
Oh,
the
you're
F word 10
cursing.
times. Go ahead. Just do
Are you
it.
gonna give him a? Are you gonna give him a demerit? He's gonna give you demerits, Steve.
Yeah, you call everyone a religious zealot, but what are you?
I'm not a real. I don't call people religious zealot. I call you globe zealots. I've never used religious zealot. I've used globe zealot. You lie again. You're a vulgar liar. Very good.
Yep. Thank
You're
you.
a vulgar liar. That's what you are,
Thank
and
you.
you're proud of it. And you're proud of it. Very good for
Yeah.
you. Yep.
Proud boys. Come on, you guys. Can't we play nice?
Doesn't care what you're saying because you're not showing your face.
GD loves you all. Play nice.
Yeah, I mean, it seems. I mean, Waterworld, you are saying it's he's backing out because he won't show his face, but he told you he's backing out because you won't allow him to speak, and now Cleary's telling you that you're not allowing people to speak, and that's the reason that people are backing out of debating, if you want to say debating, conversing, is that you won't allow them to speak. Yeah.
What's GD stand for?
I didn't refuse Homer a right to speak at all over those 3 hours. Shines did a great job in allowing everybody to speak equally. She kept time, and so it's just fascinating that you say something like that.
What's GD stand for? Goddamn.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
What's wrong with saying goddamn it?
Oh well.
No, I'm asking. No, I'm giving you a chance to say what's wrong with saying that. Curious.
You don't understand. Who cares?
I'm asking you to tell me what's wrong with saying that. Why won't you answer?
If you don't understand the Bible, I'm not going to go into it. I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah, if you weren't born knowing it, then you don't deserve to know it. If it wasn't already in your mind from birth, then according to Waterworld, you don't deserve to know it.
Not from birth, my goodness. Do you globe pushers hyperbole much? Do you?
So what is the issue with saying goddamn it? I'm being serious. Can you tell me?
No, you're not being serious. That's fine.
I actually am. I'm really curious why you think it's bad.
You aren't.
No, I swear to God, I would like to know.
Swear to God, I am. There you go. Swear to God, I am.
Comment, Waterworld. He is being serious. He would
No,
like
he
to
isn't.
know what is wrong with saying goddamn.
You don't take the Lord's name in vain in any way.
Thank you. That's what I was wondering. So, what's
that's
the
what I
Lord's
learned
name?
as well. So I don't say that.
Great. So, what's the Lord's name?
God, Elohim, whatever you want to call it. You know. Some
So
people
the
believe-
Lord's name is God then? That's the
do-
Lord's name.
No, you put the D
Well,
with it.
I
See,
thought-
all
I
you're
thought the
doing,
Lord Jesus
all
is what
you're
I thought.
doing
Lord
is wasting.
No, I'm asking
all
you.
you're doing is wasting time. Do you have
No, I'm
anything
not.
else to do in life than talk about GD, or
No,
are you that pathetic?
Simple question.
Or are you
What is
that
God's
pathetic
name?
in
Do you
life?
know what God's name is?
Are
Do you
you
even
that
know?
Are you that pathetic in life?
What's his
Do-
name then? Tell
do
me
I
God's
have-
name.
Do I have to go down to your level?
It's a simple question. What is God's name?
You do not use the D with G. If you don't understand that I can't help you. Go suck
What
your
is-
thumb.
what is-
Go
what-
suck your thumb for a
Ooh.
while and be a little
Dude,
emotional.
Why can't you
3-year-old.
tell me what God's name is?
God's name can be Elohim. It can be God. Some people think Jesus is God. It's just fine with me. But you don't use D with the G. If you don't understand that, go suck your thumb like a mental 3-year-old that you are.
And you know, I learned that in 1967, 68. I learned
So,
what you said.
God's
As a child,
name is God.
at school.
God's name is God.
Or it can
What
be
you said about
Elohim.
the D.
It can be a number of things. But you don't
Oh,
put
can
the
it be-
you don't put the D. You
Can
don't
it be
put the D.
motorcycle?
You don't
Can
put
it
the
be-
D with the G. I'm sorry.
All right, and then
Go
Can God's
go-
name
When I
be?
was-
Hey,
Okay,
run
if
off,
I
go
can
suck
just-
your thumb for a while, and come back
Okay.
when your thumb is all kind of gushy and mushy, and you can actually carry on a conversation.
Can
Go
God's
suck your thumb.
name be Allah?
Right, so now we got.
This guy fucking cracks me up, man.
Waterworld.
If I may interject,
Yo, Jin.
if I may
Jin,
interject
can
here,
it?
if I,
Jin.
Yeah,
Waterworld, there is absolutely no need for this character assassination. Go and suck your thumb, you 3-year-old, you dummy. There's no need for it. If you can't
what
be
he is.
adult in the conversation, don't have the conversation, Waterworld. I'm fed
That's what he
up
is.
with hearing this bullshit from both sides.
Well, it's not me. I'm not saying anything. I just
wasn't talking to you, Jin. So why are you piping up?
Okay. No, I just wanted to add. I wanted to add
Wow.
a realistic story that happened to me.
Hold on, Jin. Hold on a second. I'm asking this guy. Can God's name be Allah?
Yes, of course.
That's not. I'm not asking you, Jin.
Oh.
I'm asking this guy that says God's name can be a whole bunch of
I
things.
don't use Allah. I don't use Allah. I haven't researched it. I don't use it, so I have no opinion on it.
Yeah, but that means you don't recognize the Islamic religion. Then is that right?
Hold on, Jin. Shut up. Let me talk for a minute. You talk lots in the run of a day. Can I call God? I don't know. Can I call God Buddha?
You call God
Buddha never
whatever
said he was a
you.
god.
You call
Buddha
God.
never-
I know he
call
didn't.
God.
I know he didn't. Shut the fuck up. What did you say? The guy that says you can call God by many names?
You call God whatever you want to call God.
Oh,
See if I care.
because it seems like we're talking when we say God. It seems like it's not a name then. Because you're like, you can call God what you want, right?
You can call God whatever you want. You can.
But God's not a name, is it?
If God has a name, who named him?
Shut up,
man. Right, if I can now just interject and with a question first of all. Is Allah God, or is God's name Allah? Come on.
He doesn't know. He never researched it, so he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He knows who God is.
If you recognize,
he knows what God's names are, but he never researched if God's name is also
a
Allah.
question. If you recognize the Islamic religion, then you'd have to say yes. God's name is Allah in the Islamic religion. That's all you need to say. You may not use that word, fine. Maybe you're a Christian, that's okay. I'm a Muslim, but in the 1960s, thank you very much. In the 1960s, in London, there were no Islamic schools where I was living in Camden Town. So I ended up going to St. Mary Magdalene's elementary school. Okay,
You guys are all
there,
fucking religious zealots.
yeah, but I'm not a religious man. But in that school, we learned you don't say God damn it, because during the 60s and 70s, all the kids were saying that, God damn it, man, and all that. So the headmaster got really annoyed at the kids using that expression. So he gave us a special lesson on not saying that, not saying God damn it. Do not say
So
that.
it's a societal rule. It's a rule of a school. That's good.
Well,
That's
the
fine.
headmaster said that it was wrong to use God's
Oh, so
name
it's
in
the
vain.
headmaster's rule. Well, it's not
Well, it
God's
was the
name.
headmaster. I
That's
mean, he
kind
was
of my
trying
point.
to teach manners, obviously, and respect.
Where did the
for
kids
God.
get it from?
TV, obviously. And,
Oh, the
And the
TV.
grown-ups around us. TV films and the grown-ups around us.
Okay.
But, to be
And
to be
most
exact,
likely the
American-
principal used that
American
phrase.
programs, because
okay.
British people don't really speak like that. So we got it from the Americans, if you will.
Gotcha. And most
God is not a
likely
name, anyhow.
those adults were saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
God's-
that's the honest truth. That, you know, where did I get it from? I got it from American programs, and then obviously the kids around me using it, you copy.
Always
That's-
blame America.
Well, no,
Always
I'm not
America.
blaming America. I'm not assigning blame. You just asked me where did I pick that expression from, and it was from the American programs that I watched. You know, it was when you watch the programs, it's said normally. So, you know, it's just a normal way of speaking. And then children who are impressionable pick that up, don't they? And grown-ups as well.
God's not a name, anyhow, so it doesn't matter. You can say God, you're not even invoking a name.
I've never, look, ever since that day, I've never said that ever again. No. That's the thing.
Well, good for you. That's fine. You can.
Do you say, "Oh my God"?
Very rarely.
Well,
That's taking the Lord's name in vain.
Well,
what some
in
people
vain,
would say.
in vain
Very,
means
very
like
rarely I
without
say that,
purpose,
very
meaninglessly, you know, without any kind of purpose to it. So if you're saying it with purpose, then it's not in vain.
Oh, so you can say goddamn with purpose then.
I mean, according to the
So
rules.
if I say God damn you and I mean it, I want God to damn you, then that's with purpose, and it's all right.
Yeah, you were angry though. You obviously you're angry by that point when you say.
Oh, you're not allowed to be angry?
No, you can be angry, of course. And if you said "God damn you," God would forgive you for that because you're not.
Why would I need forgiveness? Why would I need forgiveness? Jesus damned a fig tree that wasn't putting figs out in season, and he damned it to death.
Not me. I didn't.
I said Jesus did. I know you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You guys want to get all biblical. There was a fig tree that was out of season. It wasn't producing its figs because it was out of season. Jesus got mad and damned it, and it died.
What's the scripture? Can you give the scripture? Or
yeah, sure. Just look up. Yeah, sure. Just look up Jesus and the fig tree.
Can you give me the scripture?
Look, listen, dude. I'm not your little personal secretary. I told you how to get it.
If you make a claim, back up your claim.
Yeah, go ahead. Look it up.
No, you made the claim. You back up the claim.
Then don't believe my claim. I don't care.
Okay, fine. Then you either don't back up your claim or you're a liar. One of the two.
Yeah.
Because someone doesn't take the time to back up their claim, they're automatically a liar.
No, back up your claim.
Water is wet.
I just did tell you how to do it.
No, you made the claim. Back it up.
Go
it's
ahead.
not my responsibility.
I'm not your
to go back up your claim. It's not my responsibility to go back up your claim.
It's not my responsibility to educate you what the Bible says.
Well,
then tell me the Bible and verse. You know where it is.
Go ahead, find it.
No, see,
you think it's not there? You think it's not there? Do you really care?
If it was there, and you're citing it, you should be able to.
Waterworld,
Hello.
you made the claim of liar, right? So technically, that's your claim. Now go.
No, I said he can back up his claim or he's a liar.
Are you going to all talk?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm not backing it up. So prove me to be a liar. Go show me it's not in there.
No, you show me
then
where
you're a liar.
You made the claim. You made the claim. You made the claim. You can't back it up.
Hello, let's not go down this he said, she said. Waterworld, are you aware of a verse in the Bible that speaks of was it a fig tree?
Yes.
That is in fruit out of season.
I have no idea.
Are you?
Well, look it up.
I don't claim to have the Bible memorized or know where everything is in the Bible. I don't make that claim.
I don't think anybody made that claim. That's why I told you to go look it up.
No, you said what
I did
Jesus
say,
did
go
with the
look it
fig tree. You made a claim.
Yeah, I did. Go look it up.
Mark 11, 12 through 5.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
What was
there
it
you
again?
go.
Jesus curses the fig tree and clears the. I'd have to keep on reading along, but yeah.
What is the chapter and verse?
Mark 11, 12 through 25.
Mark 11, 12 through 25. Thank you. That's all I needed.
Now go read it, and I'm waiting for my apology about being a liar. Go ahead.
I'm Waterworld's errand boy, and what was it yesterday? I think I was
my white
scalpel.
knight.
Yeah,
I wasn't here yesterday, but you can be my white knight.
And Waterworld, that request for an apology from Scalpel is fair. You did accuse him of being a liar.
And if I may add, whilst I was growing up in London and England, there was a lot of American influence, more so than there is today. Although we do watch American films, but there was a lot of American programs that we watched on TV. Okay.
And by the way, for you, Jin, the Bible says basically it's okay to get angry, just not to sin in your anger. And a good example of that would be Jesus got angry when there were money changers in the church and he flipped over the tables. He was angry that day, but he didn't sin in his anger.
Yeah, thank you very much. But I didn't disagree with you getting angry or anything like that. You know?
I'm just letting you guys know, a person's well within their rights to be angry as long as there's good reason. I mean, biblically speaking.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. So I wasn't against.
And God's name is not God in the Bible. God actually has a name, and it's not God.
What is that? What is the name, please, so I know?
Well, there are multiple names. So that was one thing he was right. But probably one of the most common is Yahweh.
Okay. In Islam, he has 99 names, of which I have one.
You said Joshua? What did you say?
Who
Mine
said
is
that?
Islamic.
No,
So
I said Yahweh.
Oh.
Is probably the most popular name from the Bible. Oh, well, except for the people that believe it's Jesus, but they're kind of weird because that's not God's name at all.
I only heard of Yahweh when I became a flat earther. I never heard of it before then.
Imagine that.
Sorry?
I said, imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that. Exactly. You learn a lot. You see? So, I thought, Yahweh? Who's Yahweh when he's around? Is that Jesus? Found out that's a God's name. I said,
So,
oh, okay.
who's that guy that was grilling me for the passage?
Right here.
What was his name? What's your name?
Waterworld.
Waterworld. Did you read it yet, Waterworld? Or
I am reading it. It's 13, 14 verses, and I'm reading it.
I don't think it's quite that long, but to make the point.
Well, at least he's reading it though. That's good, isn't it? He's reading
Yeah,
it.
good for him. Yeah. Seeing as he wasn't willing to look it up.
Well, he had to in the end because his integrity wouldn't allow him not to.
Well, he didn't. No Tanks looked it up.
Anyway, if anyone's interested, I posted another video of that space shuttle, the shorter version, 2 minutes. It's in the drop chat. Have a good
Well,
look
that
at
should
it.
be about the perfect length for NASA Serial. It's over 30 seconds and under 4 hours.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to bookmark it in case someone wants to talk about it again, might be a good idea just to click on it, bookmark it, and you've got it in your collection. You know.
Can't you get that clip without going to Mark Sargent?
It doesn't really matter. You know, look, Mark Sargent.
No, I'm just saying though. That
was the video that was available. That was the available one. I think the second one I posted isn't the Mark Sargent one. The second one.
Where does the original come from? Does it come from a government website?
From what I remember, I thought it came from NASA themselves. Actually, I would have thought.
Well, that would be a government website. If it does come from NASA themselves, I personally think if you're going to use that video clip, you should use it from NASA rather than Mark Sargent.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously Mark Sargent.
I think it does matter.
Well, I mean, if you find the details, I mean, it's only matters if you don't trust Mark Sargent. I have no reason not to trust him at the moment.
Most of the times.
Hearsay does not
just
prove
gonna
a man dishonest, does it? Does it now?
But it doesn't prove him honest either. Wouldn't you rather?
Yeah, right. So then I choose to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, innocent until proven guilty. That's my standard.
That's
Okay?
not what I'm saying though. Wouldn't you rather have it from the source so that you know?
I agree with you.
Hold on.
I do agree with you. If I had that video, if I had it, I'd use it.
Hold on for a second. Please, shut the fuck up for a minute. You go around preaching...
There's no need to go there, for fuck's sake.
Hold on, Would you shut up for a second?
Excuse me, let me finish, or let me speak.
Oh my god, I'm gonna mute you in a
Lose the profanity. Lose the fucking profanity.
Well then, shut the fuck up then.
Shut the fuck up and lose the profanity.
So you go around preaching that you can't know satellites exist unless you go up there and see them, which fine, that's
correct.
Fine, that's fair. So why would you not go and find the source of this video to be from NASA? Otherwise, you're not really following your own preaching.
No, I'm following my standards. It's good enough because
no, you're not.
Find that video that you want.
You're not.
That you fucking want.
No, I don't want it.
Right.
No, I don't want it. I said when you use it, you should use the government website to prove it.
If it was available,
basically, I don't mean this lightly, and I don't mean to insult you, but you're quite a hypocrite right now, actually.
I'm not a hypocrite at all because I'm using what
100% you are.
I'm not no chance at all. That's impossible.
Well, then go find the original. You can't believe it until you know it's coming from NASA.
The video is there, and if I want to get the NASA one, the algorithms won't help me find it when I try and look for it. And then probably NASA may have taken it down themselves.
That's a good excuse. That's a good
It's not
excuse.
an excuse.
You didn't even try. How would you know?
No.
You're really being a hypocrite,
I believe that
dude.
I had it.
Honestly, you are.
I actually had it.
You honestly are, dude.
No,
oh,
listen,
now you
I
had
actually
the
had
original.
it. I actually had it, but it's been taken down off my collection. I've got
Your
gaps.
story's
My videos.
changing. Your story's
It's not
changing.
changing
dude.
at all. It's not changing.
It actually
at all.
is.
No, it's not.
I'm just whatever.
I post
I'd
what
be,
I had.
honestly, the way
I collected about 5 of those videos, and 3, it would appear, have disappeared from my collection. Even there's one I've got to find again.
you just finished telling me you don't know if it's.
Submarines can't work on the globe.
So
okay?
just by talking over
Can I not
people,
finish?
that's how you make your
Can I
point. You
not-
get
can
out
I
of
not
this
finish
shit.
to explain myself?
Just talk
Can I
over.
not finish? Can I
Fair
not
enough.
finish?
No, I'm
I've
done
got a
with it.
video that I like. It's called "Submarines Can't Work on a Globe." I Thrive and Survive. Richard of Thrive and Survive. Now I've had to upload that video 3-4
I don't
times,
care, dude.
but it keeps disappearing. It
I
keeps
don't
being
care.
removed.
I don't
Okay,
care
so there you
anymore.
go.
You're full of shit.
No,
You're
full of
confirmed
shit.
full of shit.
You're full of shit. You're a disingenuous wanker.
No,
So
you don't follow
worry
your
about
own preachings.
it. I live by my standards. I've always
No,
said that.
quite obviously you
I
don't.
always live by my standards.
Oh, your
always.
ever-changing standards, you mean?
I always live by my standards.
Your
That's the
ever-changing
key
one.
point. It's
Yeah.
my standards, not
Yeah,
yours or
that's quite
anybody
convenient.
else's. Remember
That's quite
that. Remember
convenient.
that. Never forget it. Okay? So before you address me, remember, yeah, Jim operates under his standards. I better shut my mouth. That's right.
No, Jim doesn't follow what he preaches. I better
No.
not bring it up because he'll go on a rant about
Don't
nothing.
bring it up because you get a rat round the dog verbally. Just sit back and relax.
If you think for any second that I'm worried about your verbal pirates,
Right,
you're so mistaken.
right,
man.
you two, can we move on from this? There are other people who've joined the room. Riggs, how you doing?
How you doing, Riggs?
Yeah, good afternoon or good morning or evening or wherever you are. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, my end. Yeah.
Right,
Hey,
so,
I hear your voice.
so I'm busy in the kitchen, right? So can you two do us a favour, right? Give other people a chance to talk if they want to come.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just
Absolutely,
pointing
no
out
problem.
bullshit. I was just pointing out his bullshit. Sorry.
Let's
I was just addressing his
Let's-
negligence in being polite.
Let's just move on. Change subjects. Off you go.
Yeah, change the subjects. Yeah. Just remember my.
What about this
standards and my
other guy?
standards.
Did this other guy read that stuff?
Yeah,
You ready to go forward?
it says in Mark 11, 12, 15, New King James Version, it says that when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, but it was not the season for leeks. And in response, Jesus said to it, "Let no one eat fruit from you ever again." I don't see where that's being cursed. And you go down, you know.
Oh,
and-
you wouldn't call
and
that
then-
a curse?
And then it goes down and says, "And now in the morning as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up in the roots. And Peter said, remember, he said to him, Rabbi, look, the fig tree which you cursed has withered away."
Oh, they even
the
used
thing
the
is-
word
but the
curse,
thing
but
is-
you
no.
would disagree. It's not a
No,
curse.
but the thing is, Jesus.
Oh my God, the hypocrisy in here
If
today
you
is crazy.
if you think "let no one eat fruit from you ever again" is cursing the fig tree, then you have a big problem.
Well, I
Because-
guess Mark has a big problem too because he also said that it was
Jesus
cursed.
didn't say that. Peter said
Peter.
that he said that, and so Jesus.
Oh, so
answered
Peter
and
has
said
a
to
big
them,
problem.
"Have faith in God, for assuredly I say to you, whatever says to the mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that those things."
Blah, blah, blah.
Jesus, no, you're saying blah 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 to the Bible. Jesus did not curse anything because
Okay.
Jesus said,
According to
Jesus
you.
said, "Let no one eat fruit from you ever again," and you think that's being cursed. So, you
Well,
know,
if I said your
I just-
testicles
I
dry
just
up and you
love-
can never
I
have
just
children,
love how you
then it would be a curse.
I love how you interpret Jesus'
Hold
word
on.
that "let no one eat from you ever again" is a curse. That's
Okay.
in your mind. You made
That's
that
funny.
up.
You'll
I'm
do
sorry.
anything to deny a curse. If I said may your testicles dry up and you never have children again, would you consider that a curse?
From you, I could care less.
Well, what happens if it really happens?
This
Would you
religious
consider
zealot
it a
doesn't
curse?
even know scripture.
Okay,
I know,
Globe,
it says it was
okay,
a
Globe Zealot. Okay, Globe Zealot. Whatever you say. How's your
Wow.
how's your atheistic outer space monkey religion doing today?
Sorry, Greg. Sorry you had to walk on me trying to set some people straight.
Yeah, well, you've got to kind of wind that in because you really don't know who you're talking to there. So calling Cleary a religious space ball globe-tart monkey it really doesn't work. So wind it in. Stop with the zealotry and the aspersions and the character assassination, because in this instant, I'm sorry to say, you're making yourself look stupid.
No, is it zealotry to defend God's word?
No, but the way you're trying to do it, you're not making yourself look clever, Waterworld. Honestly.
That's your opinion, 3DP.
No, honestly, you're probably pushing people away more than you'd be bringing people to, so I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know if anybody's going to bring anybody to closer anywhere on Discord. That's not what Discord's all about.
Well, the point I'm trying to make here, Waterworld, is you are calling somebody a globe, zealot, monkey, space ball, whatever, and you don't know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
It's either creation in the Bible in Genesis 1, or it's an atheistic outer space monkey religion. There's no in between.
So,
oh my God!
So you've got a false dichotomy.
No, I don't.
Okay. What's your opinion?
He can't be talked to clearly. He can't even admit when they call it a curse, DP, that it's a curse.
Well,
Jesus doesn't curse the fig tree. Jesus doesn't curse the fig tree. I'm sorry, he doesn't.
I just can't believe that the aspersion you're casting and the type of aspersions you're casting against a person you don't know, they don't fit, Waterworld. And yet you've done it 2, maybe 3 times. And I asked you to stop with this maybe an hour ago.
I haven't been out an hour. I haven't been on here an hour.
Oh my God, he'll argue everything 55 minutes
Scalpel, shut it. It doesn't matter how long ago. The fact is, I asked you 2 or 3 times to stop with these aspersions, this character assassination. And you keep going. And you don't know who you're talking to.
DP, if you want a hyperbole, that's fine.
Well, now you're spinning it back on me.
Because you're spinning it on me, the DP, so that's fine.
I'm not spinning it on you. I am pointing out the things you've said and the person you've said them to. And
you said I had to go back and apologize after I read Mark 11, 12 through 15. If I was wrong, I was not wrong. Jesus did not curse the fig tree, and you said I'd have to go back and apologize. And the guy who told me that Jesus cursed the fig tree, Jesus did not.
Well, in actual fact, I agree with Scalpel's analogy, right? This is my personal opinion. If I said to you, may your testicles dry up and you never have children again, I'm cursing you. If you said to a tree, don't ever have fruit again, nobody can eat from you again. Nobody can take from you the purpose. Why, if I was God, maybe this is really a bigotry thing to do, but I'm putting myself in God's position. If I created that tree to bear fruit, to feed people, if I said to that tree, you're never going to bear fruit again, people will never eat from you again, you're cursing that tree. That tree will never do what God put it there to do. That is a curse. And the person you are speaking to about being a globe-tard monkey zealot, you really ought to learn who you're speaking to, Waterworld. Really, you should.
If that's your interpretation of Mark 11, 12 to 15, that's fine.
Oh my God.
Okay, right, I'm done. Carry on.
Okay, be done.
You're literally, I actually got to deal with a 13-year-old on a daily basis, and you literally argue like a 13-year-old. I wasn't here an hour. You just pick out the smallest thing to argue about when that was never even the point.
I'm not into hyperbole. I'm not into hyperbole at all.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I doubt if you're going to last long on this server.
You know what's fascinating about lasting long in servers on Discord? It's as if we ever, lose our ability to be on a server in Discord, that our lives go away. That is
I agree 110%. But if you,
that is just so ridiculous.
As a group of people that
being on a
just
server in
off.
Discord is life or death.
No, I agree 110%. But
it's amazing.
I still give respect general respect to the people I'm talking to, and if you can't do that, you may as well just fuck off. Just a little bit of general, everyday respect that you'd give them if you were face to face.
You know, I grew up in a time when the F word was people that used it to describe the most vulgar in a sexual act, and now we use it like we're eating M&Ms. Yeah, you know, it's just really great in the world we live in, the culture we live in. Culture is the sum total of your learned behavior, and this culture has learned to use the F word like they're using, like they're eating, you know, M&Ms.
Church is in service again.
It's fine.
How long do you think a debate should go on? For 2 weeks straight? I mean, can't you make it more concise? You know, 5 hours, is that not enough time?
We didn't go 5 hours, we went 3.
Oh, is that all? I have a 5-hour recording, so that's what I'm referring to.
When I looked, I think some of it, you know, went beyond that. I didn't see anything longer than 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, but how long would you want to go on?
I would have gone
for a week.
A week, yeah. See. I can't help people that stretch the truth, hyperbole. I can't help people like that.
I asked you a question. What would be enough for you? A week?
I could have gone. I could have gone another 2 hours. Fine, that would have made it 5.
Yeah.
I could have gone another 2 easily.
Yeah. Why don't you make your point more concise? You don't need
but not a week. Not a week. Is this Cleary?
Yeah, I'm the guy you've been talking to all day. You have no idea who you're talking to. You keep calling me a Glober.
Did you say all day? Did you say all day again? Did you say all day again? I'm getting tired of hyperbole. I'm just getting really tired of it. And you know what?
Yeah, you know what he meant.
If I lose 3DP server, life goes on. We got Instagram, Facebook. We got everything else in the world.
Who's
you know, so it's just I just love the fact that
who's we?
We is me, okay? We is me.
Oh, hyperbole.
We is me.
Such a liar.
We is me.
You're such a liar.
Yes, right, yeah. And when we talk about we mean all the people that I talk to on Instagram, all the people I talk to on Facebook, all the people I talk to on Telegram. And so, you know, it's just fine, guys. I could care less about an independent server, one individual, server on Discord. I could care less. And I'm tired of hyperbole.
Good, then fuck
I'm
off.
tired of the F word.
Yeah, why don't you just fuck off then?
I'm tired of the F word. I'm tired of hyperbole. I'm just tired of you all.
Yeah, then just fuck off.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Okay, see ya. Hey, Riggs. Just so you know, the conversations are usually a little bit less.
It's always like this with him, man. I can't even get him to say Hoymar instead of Homar.
Oh, so you know what we're up
He's missing a fucking nut in his head. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, good. I was just making sure that you kind of came in at a difficult conversation.
No, well, I came in because I saw a bunch of notables in here, but also as soon as you guys said Mark Sargent, I keep looking for that picture, but yeah, that guy's dirty as fuck.
I think so, but whatever.
Why did you guys have to bring him up in the first place?
We didn't actually. That
I
guy
posted.
did. Or no, he did. Yeah, this guy he did.
Riggs. I posted. You know the space shuttle where the satellite's being deployed, and you got the face in space looking at it. Do you know what I mean? I posted it in the drop chat anyway. It happened to be a Mark Sargent one, and that triggered those who don't like Mark Sargent. You see.
No, I just told you should use the original video. I don't know why you.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's gone from me.
The original. Well, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because you know how videos tend to disappear from your collection. Because I used to have them all. I had quite a few of them. So I looked, couldn't find it. So I used the one that I had. It's still.
Anyhow, I wasn't triggered with my point, Jen. I just figured that instead of using something from Mark Sargent, you could go back to the closer to the source.
Yeah, but if I had it, I would have. I use what I have. It doesn't change my integrity any way at all. Doesn't mean I'm a
nobody
hypocrite.
said that.
And
Nobody said
also, just because you guys might think that Mark Sargent's a shill or something, I don't have to
No,
think
he
that.
absolutely is, man.
Well,
but yeah, let's try to find
let's prove it. Let's
I already
prove
have.
that.
Why don't you prove your video? Why don't you start by proving your video instead of using a Mark Sargent one as a little soundbite? Find the original video then. See, you're not.
But we can try to find the original.
I
It's not a
just had a
problem.
look. I couldn't find it.
It is for
You'll be blessed. You have the
I had another look
best.
anyway. I couldn't find it anyway.
You that star from the
Well,
sky.
I'll be honest. I share his videos or whatever if I can't find another source, but I don't intend to. I don't like to use his stuff because I know he's dirty. So, but that's personal.
Yeah. I mean, what evidence? What evidence do you have on that, though, Riggs? What evidence do you have?
Well, I have him changing his identity in 2009, also with his mother, who changed her identity also to star in that Behind the Curve film on Netflix, where they propagandized out flat earthers.
And surely the point is that it's the content of the video that's important, not who's posted the video to YouTube. We all know that there are other versions, or not other versions, but other people have posted that video to YouTube, and the original must have come from NASA, must have been a NASA release. So surely the argument of who has put the video on YouTube is a diversion from the video itself.
Well,
You're arguing
that's
about
why I
videos from
disagree
space
with you,
right now.
though, because if it did come from NASA, just post it from there, and then people can't say, "Well, that's just a stupid Mark Sargent
Yeah, I mean, we
video."
can just try to find it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it gives it
I have done. I have tried just now. I just tried. I couldn't find it. And you know me, Riggs. I've got a lot of videos that people have lost.
Yeah, Hammer, they
Picture
are. Yeah, they're still arguing about videos from
space
Yeah.
argument.
Yeah.
This is the pictures from space argument, guys.
Yeah.
No, it's a source argument, actually. Not
Even
the-
worse. Even worse.
Integrity
Oh, really?
The video post.
You guys don't care about source anymore?
Huh?
That's
we
that's interesting.
Yeah, the one,
course we
only
do.
one source.
Which one source?
NASA.
God.
Let's see here.
And the Bible.
I was gonna say NASA.
What is the Mark video that you guys are trying to find the source of?
Well, I posted it. If you just scroll back
I'll
a
just
little
scroll
bit,
up.
you will see.
Okay.
Yeah, just scroll
Yeah,
up
Riggs,
just a little
remember
bit.
that
You'll see
video
it.
that-
It's right there.
Where there's
You won't have to go far.
Oh my God, Riggs.
It's the one.
Remember that? Okay, Jen, can I try to explain it to him now or what?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I want to get
Hey.
back to the original. Like you said, there was an
So now
issue
you're
with
gonna cut me
source.
off.
Well, you guys are going back and forth. We need some clarity here, bro. You're talking about source.
Okay, guys,
right?
guys. I have to say something. Okay, so this is a fruitless endeavor. If it's the clip that I'm seeing right here, it's where you see the large person in
Yeah,
space.
that's the one.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's the problem. Okay, everyone keeps showing this video. It is a nothing burger. It is literally somebody playing a tape on a television screen, and they're recording the television screen, which is reflecting onto their face. That's it.
See, Jen? Now do you fucking look stupid, Jen?
It's a
Not
huge
really.
nothing.
Shit that I'm trying. This is the shit I've been trying to tell you guys.
It's a
But
tube
no,
television screen. It's
Probably
maybe like 20 inches big. It's sitting on a stand or something, and the guy is standing there with the tape player under it, like the kind that they put in front of a class. They're playing a tape. It's playing on the tube television, and they're recording the tube television, and the reflection is hitting his face. That's it.
Yeah,
Thank you, Riggs.
It's a good explanation. It's a good explanation.
No, it's not, Jen. You used
good
it earlier.
explanation.
You said it was from
It'll
NASA.
go up there with the rest of them.
Oh
It will
my
go up
God.
there with the rest of the other explanations.
Dave Murphy, bro, calm down.
I'm so fucking done with your guys' shit.
Goodbye.
You're leaving?
Well, you were leaving. You said you were done.
Well, I probably will be, but I'll be fucking when I leave, I'll be fucking deleting my Discord app and everything because it's like fucking talking to 12-year-olds.
Don't go
Good luck with
Scalpel.
that. Enjoy yourself.
Don't go Scalpel. Don't leave us, Scalpel.
Like, fuck me. No, but for real, like, fuck.
I'm with you, Scalpel. It's, you know, people over talking, calling each other zealots, and just, they're not addressing the argument. They're addressing everything but the argument and the points raised.
Is this normal for a Monday?
Well, and then, you know, someone says, let's find this. You should get the proper source for that, and then it's all about, oh, Mark Sargent's a fucking good guy, it's good enough, I've already got it. Jin straight up said, if you go back, if this is being recorded, if you go back about an hour and a half, Jin straight out said he got it from the NASA website before, but lost it. Like, he's fucking straight up
because I
fucking
can't find
lying
it.
to you guys.
It's been removed from my collection.
There you go, Riggs. What do you think about that? He's saying it's straight from NASA.
It has to be.
It has to be. Because Mark
I'll
Sargent
remind you,
said
we're
so.
talking about a video from space.
Mark Sargent's not the only
You're
one.
talking about a video from space, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're missing. No, listen. This isn't the point of what I'm saying. It's not just about some video from space. It's about the source. Jin is straight up
Of a
saying
video
it's
from
NASA.
space.
Fine, whatever. Fuck. Like I said, it's like talking. You're just gonna keep repeating from a video from space. Is that what you're gonna do? Because I'm trying to point out a problem here.
Well,
about
okay.
people-
Let me tell you what I'm
Okay, so
hearing.
now you're going to interrupt me in the middle of my sentence of what the actual problem is, and I'm trying to clarify from your stupid shit of interrupting me.
Well, you
by saying,
apparently don't
"From a video
understand what
from
my
space."
contention is. Yeah, from a video from space. Are you saying there are reliable sources that have reliable videos from space?
That's
Is that
not
what
my
your
fucking
contention
point.
is?
I don't care if there is or isn't reliable fucking sources from space. Once again, it's not my point, but clearly, I'm not going to be able to get to make my point.
Well, what if
So
that
go
is
ahead.
my point? What if is it all about what your point is? Is it only your point that matters?
Go ahead, make your point. Go ahead.
Is it only your point that matters?
My
I'm just
bad.
curious.
I'm sorry that the middle
Is
of
it
my
only-
sentence interrupted the first years. Go ahead, motherfucker. Make your fucking
It's
point.
only God's Scalpel's point. 'Cause
Oh
you're
my
the
fucking
the
God,
sharpest
you're an
blade
idiot.
in the toolbox.
Go ahead, make your fucking point.
Oh. Why are you talking to Oliver Hammer?
Is that right?
What do you want to talk about?
Just keep spewing your fucking bullshit. Go ahead.
I got videos from space, guys. We gotta check the source. Check the
Yeah,
source
go ahead
of
and
the
say
videos
that
from
some
space,
fucking
guys.
video from a schoolroom that was recorded from a fucking schoolroom actually comes from a NASA website. Go ahead, make your point with that.
My point is, if it did come from NASA, would you believe it?
That's not the fucking point. When you say something, do you care about what you say? Do you care if there's any truth to it? Meaning,
What,
it
you
doesn't
do?
matter
You care, Karen?
Whatever. Go ahead. Clearly, you got some fucking point you want to make again. Go on. Go ahead. Make your
I've
point.
made it. I've made my point, I think.
Well, I didn't.
Did you
hear
miss it? Oh, you
Yeah,
missed.
go ahead. Make it again.
You repeated it a few times.
Do it again. I can't remember.
Videos from space you're talking about?
Yeah, so what? I don't know of any videos from space. I'm not claiming videos from space.
Oh, okay. But you found it relevant to search for the source of this video from space in order to do what exactly?
Okay, so the source, that's a different fucking conversation. So where's the source from?
How is it a
The
different
video.
conversation? It's the same
Where's
video.
the source? Where's the source from?
Again,
Well, I don't know. We got people
that's
saying
your
that the
point, right?
source-
That's your point. That's your
We got
concern
people-
is the
Yeah,
source,
it
right?
is. Because you got people going around saying that the source is from NASA. I don't care if the video is real or not. That's not my argument. I think people look like an idiot if they say this is the source of a video and it's not. because you're just basically putting out false information. You're just parroting fucking religious bullshit.
Well, it's
But if
clearly.
you're alright with that,
I think it's-
but if you're alright with that, then go ahead.
I kind of got lost. You kind of went on a rant there, but I think it's ridiculous to major on the minors, especially like when we're talking about a video from space.
Okay, cool. So if you think that's a great argument that he's trying to tell people, trying to convince them about the truth of, in quotation marks, the flat Earth, and he's saying, yeah, this is a video from NASA showing how it's been faked by NASA, and it's not even from NASA. If you think that's a good argument, by all means, have at it.
Am I responsible for Dave CBR1's arguments?
No, you're responsible for interrupting me from trying to make the